Hi, I'm James, a senior recruiter with Metropolitan Premium Properties, and today I'm sitting down with two fantastic agents to find out what it's really like to work in the real estate market here in Dubai, how their journey's been, and why they've chosen to work with Metropolitan Premium Properties. First up, we've got James Khan, who recently joined us.
Thank you, James. I'm also James Khan. I've been in Dubai for around coming up to 20 years now. I've also been in real estate for about 4 years now, and I recently joined Metropolitan Premium Properties because I felt like they were the very best, and I wanted to be a part of a growing and dynamic organisation where I could get a lot more exposure and of course be able to connect with a wider audience.
So tell us a little bit about your real estate journey so far. How did it start? Where your focus lies, where your specialism lies?
So I almost fell into real estate. I come from a completely different background, more sort of corporate driven, training and development, and I actually went across to meet a gentleman about 4 years ago with intention of promoting my own company services, and we had a really deep connection, and I had intrigue as to what he was doing and how he was driving such nice cars and living the life he was. And he gave me a crash course in real estate, off plan in particular, and it really excited me, and before I knew it I was in, and I said I don't mind having a go. So that's how it all began, and I was able to get going very, very quickly, because for me, from the very beginning, it's been really about customer service, going over and above, and obviously you are essentially taking care of people's hard-earned money, and I also used to do a lot of stuff for my father in terms of managing his properties and portfolio of things that he had around the world. So I always had a love for it, but I also valued the fact that people have to make sure they make the right decisions when it comes to buying the right home. So for me, it was just about doing as much as I could in terms of homework, and explaining things as best as I could, and going on that journey with my clients.
Perfect stuff. That sounds great. That's exactly why we have investment advisors, right? So that
Yes.
you can give your client a broader understanding of the market than if they went to work directly with one developer. You can share your knowledge of the entire market, the entire landscape.
Definitely. And also what I love here at Metropolitan Premium Properties is we've got such an array of exceptional projects, but at the same time there's so many other value-added services that we can offer. So it just makes the whole journey and process so much more easier for the customers. They don't need to go elsewhere, because it's not just about buying a property. There's so many other aspects, from golden visas to how do I get a mortgage or a bank account. So it's amazing that you can make a call and be in touch with someone who can put that right as well.
Absolutely. Just one example, the fact we use escrow accounts. We have our in-house escrow accounts. From my perspective, lots of times when I speak to brokers in the market, they're aware of that. They've used that service. And when you work with us, that's in-house, easily accessible for your clients. So you joined us just before Expo, right?
Yes, exactly a week before Expo.
Perfect timing, absolutely perfect timing. And for people that don't know, Expo is an event that we host regularly. We rent some prime space in Blue Waters Island. We get lots of developers together, lots of different developments to show, and our brokers invite their clients to the event, like I said earlier, so that they can get a full view of the market and lots of options, lots of choice, and secure some prime units at the event. So how do you feel Expo helped you or worked for you, or how did you use Expo to your advantage?
Well, firstly, I was really blown away by the quality of the developments and projects that were on show. Some of them I'd never heard of, in all fairness. I didn't know they existed. So that gave, obviously, it gives you a lot of confidence. And then it was a case of talking to, because a lot of people knew about the event, not just nationally but internationally as well. A lot of questions about who's going to be there, what is it, what offers do you have, and I was just saying, just come on in and let's sit down, have a coffee and discuss your needs and requirements, and also let's take a walk through the hall and look at things that perhaps look of interest. So I found it to be a great platform for me, especially starting. It was a great place to start.
That's exactly what the Expo platform is for. How was it for you? Did you make any sales? Did you?
Yeah. The first thing I wanted to do is identify with the projects that not just resonated with me, made sense to me, and of course would perhaps excite my customer base as well. So I had a number of customers come and support Metropolitan Premium Properties as well, to come along, and I was able to, in my first week I was able to close a nice deal, a waterfront around the 9 million.
Very nice, very good. That's what Expo is all about, getting our investment advisors, their clients in the right place with the best information and Definitely. The best units available on the market.
Definitely. And what was also handy is we also had the representatives of the actual developers there as well, so a lot of technical questions that perhaps you may not have the answers to were made available there, so that gave customers a lot more confidence as well. So I think it was a great event all round.
And that's another example of our relationship with developers.
Definitely.
The fact that we can invite them to an event like this over the weekend.
Yeah,
they're there for our brokers, for our investment advisors to handle sales. So we've heard how Expo, the platform provided there, helped you in your first few weeks with Metropolitan. I had a look earlier, and you're now around 500% of your monthly target in your first month.
Yes.
Of which 1 week was an induction week. So very well done.
Thank you.
Big congratulations for this.
Thank you.
Were you expecting to find success so quickly with us?
I think confidence matters, yes. I think I came with a very strong background, and my customer loyalty is fairly high. So where I go, they will come with me. But as I said, trust plays a massive part, and when you have that type of relationship with your customer, they believe in what you're presenting, what you're offering, if it makes sense. So, and of course what helps is being under a huge umbrella like Metropolitan Premium Properties as well, because they would only be presenting the best of the best from an investor point of view. So yeah, I think it's all round credit to everyone.
So I recruited you to Metropolitan, so I'm aware of the story of how you ended up joining us. It's a really lovely story.
Thank you, James. Firstly, thank you for spotting me. I guess you're doing your job really well. So well done. To be honest, I wasn't looking. And then it was the Friday before Ramadan. So Ramadan started on the Saturday, and I got a call from you on the Friday. So I said, what's going on? Why is this person? I don't think I've applied anywhere. And you introduced yourself as James, and I knew Friday was a blessed day, and I said, okay, well, I need to pay attention and sort of explain who Metropolitan was. I mean, I knew of Metropolitan, and that you're quite keen to get me to an interview and have a conversation. So I said, all right, let's do that. And then we had our meeting. I think that went really successfully. I then went off unplanned again, and I went off to do my pilgrimage and that wasn't planned because I had someone flying in that I had to pick up from Jeddah. So I thought, well, if I'm flying to Jeddah, I may as well go and do because it's a blessed month. So I did my pilgrimage, and then I was waiting for a taxi in the heat. And I got in my taxi and I picked up my phone after explaining to the driver where I needed to go, and I had a missed call from you. And I thought, well, that's really bizarre. Surely that's a sign. I mean, because I'm in such a holy, not just place mentally, but just where I was and everything. I was like, okay, well, this is a sign. So then when I got back, I got an email from you sort of saying fill out all the documents and what have you, and I went through the motions, sent it all across, and then I got a call from James. And James said, these were the exact words you used. You said, you're really special. I thought, why? Because we both got the same names, and you said no, because we both share the same birthday.
Yeah, your passport popped up on the screen.
Yeah, it popped up.
I won't say the dates, but I was like,
yeah, and I just put two and two together, and I knew I'd made the right choice. And so all of these things, they're so rare. So that was a really special touch for me. I almost knew I had to do this. All the stars were aligning, and then of course the expo, and then the deal. So yeah, it's been a great journey so far.
And then 500% of target.
Yeah, and then 500% of target. So
in around 4 weeks on the sales floor. So big congratulations.
Thank
for that.
you.
And I'm glad how things came together.
Thank you very much.
I won't reveal how I got your number or where I got it from.
Don't give away your secrets.
That's a recruitment secret for myself. But yeah, there we go. So we've heard about your success upon joining Metropolitan, very early days still. What are your next goals in life, work, personally, professionally, financially? What is next to come for James Khan?
Well, from a personal point of view, I have 2 young daughters, so that's to be a good role model and father figure. What I do is essentially for them and their future, so that's my motivator. In terms of work, it's to be a true professional at all times, constantly learn, build my knowledge, and of course try and be a valuable team member as well. Try and smash numbers. So I am competitive in a good way. I like competition because that's what drives me. So I always try and aim for as high as I can. So hopefully to be recognised and to continue being successure.
That sounds great. I think we are recognising you. I see you're in the top 10 currently of the off-plan team. Or 3 weeks in, 3 weeks on the sales floor. So amazing achievement, great achievement.
Thank you.
Lastly, what advice would you have for someone who's thinking of joining Metropolitan? Perhaps a recruiter's reached out to them, or they've seen us in the market, or there's an offer letter waiting to be signed, perhaps. What would your advice be to them?
You can't go higher than Metropolitan. They are, as far as I'm concerned. I've been here for, as I said, nearly 20 years, and they're operating on a completely different level and frequency. You've got everything that you would want from a support system, tools point of view, everything you need to be successful. So it's down to you, really. So if you've got the tenacity, hard work and determination and drive, there's no reason why you can't become successful. So, come on board.
That's great. I completely agree. From a recruitment perspective, what I see is I look for the top brokers in smaller companies. We bring them on board, and then they use our bigger platform, our larger marketing spend, our further reach, our relationship with developers, and they excel beyond what they felt was possible previously where they were working before.
Definitely. So, and one key point is sometimes you're ready to go, i.e. your customer is interested in a particular type of home, unit or villa, or whatever that the case may be, and you can't get it where you are currently. The beauty here is you've got a support system that will, get you over the line, because we do have, obviously because of our credibility and reputation, the priority there is really important, which allows you to break,
So this is something that I hear often from candidates who I invite into our office. They'll see a model of a development, and then they'll tell me, I couldn't get units in that development, I needed that stock for my client, And then it turns out that we actually have exclusive stock within that development available for them, available for their clients. This is something that's often comes up during the recruitment process from my perspective.
It definitely gives you the edge. And that's beneficial not just to you, but more importantly to your customer, allowing them to make the right decisions and buy what they want.
Yeah, instead of what's available.
Absolutely.
So amazing. Thank you for joining us firstly, James. Thank you for being such a good example of how to join Metropolitan, hit the ground running, overachieve and over-deliver. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Now we're going to bring in Zarina. She's been with Metropolitan Properties for a little bit longer than James, so she can offer a different perspective of the company. She also works in our secondary sales team. So Zarina, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been with Metropolitan now?
Oh, actually, it's been 4 years last month. So I joined Metropolitan in 2021, 21st of April. Yeah, to be correct, I remember that day. So my journey in Metropolitan started 4 years ago.
Perfect. And you work in our secondary team?
Yeah.
And is there a specific area that you focus on?
Honestly, I'm still trying to find myself in which area should I focus more, because we have different clients, different inquiries, different areas and projects. So I was focusing in JBR, Palm, Marina, and then again Palm and again Marina. So now I'm trying to focus in the Mark Hills.
Nice. I think this is one of the great things about our secondary team is that although you are a community specialist, the client comes first, and that relationship with a client, and you can close anywhere in Dubai,
of course,
any area of the market. Do you find that advantage as an advantage?
Of course, when your client will come to your let's say advertisement on Property Finder, but our website is very strong marketing advertisement platform. So we just qualify them well, understand what they need, and then let's say they buy this property, then they might buy something else from you. So this is a good one.
Exactly, and then there's no splitting commission. If you're in the secondary team, but if you close an off-plan deal, that's your deal, right?
Yeah, of course.
And the support that the leadership provides will be enough for you to close in the off-plan market, even though you specialize in the secondary.
Of course, big support from our support team from off-plan, huge support during the all launches and everything, always 24/7, and it's always people get support from my team leader, manager Ibrahim. It's always support. If anything comes to any questions, he always there for us.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we're good, in good hands.
And is that any time of the day, weekend, any day you can call him?
Anytime.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even call him at night, someone, maybe clients, time difference, and they call at 11, 12, and I'll be like, okay, I have to call Ibrahim. And I was like, can he not respond at this time? He's also human, but let me try, because he always will be call me anytime. And he pick up the phone.
And he responds.
Anytime, yeah.
That's good. That's what we like to hear. So you've been with us a long time now. Mm-hmm. Can you let us know how have you seen the company change, evolve, grow over the last 4 years?
Of course, big time changes. So 4 years ago, we all were sitting in Al Manara in Business Bay office. So it was floors. I still remember 19th floor. So we were a way smaller company than now. The number of the employees. And of course now we become a number one, huge, the most big company in UAE with the employees and everything, with agents. And we opened a new office in Al Salam Tower, Green's office, then become best office in Abu Dhabi, Ras Al Khaimah. So this is shows how we grew within these 4 years.
And we've just had our best month on record in May after 15 years.
Yeah.
So that's testament to the entire platform, the entire team.
Yeah.
So what initially made you choose the secondary market to work in?
Good question. Just as my story started in Metropolitan, I joined the property management department. So I've been managing the properties, clients and rental. And then I heard some questions from the tenants even, or owners. They will be sell the properties. like you're good, like we trust you because you're honest person. Like, why? Do you like your job? I said, yeah, I like it. And then I feel like when you sell what you already can touch, feel, and show to the client, that's already like work done. Like in off-plan, you have to give them a picture, them imagine and everything. But in secondary, I like more. But there was a good question from one of the client who asked me. He's like, okay, if I was a client, will you suggest me to buy my property again? I said, of course. Look, at the past 2 years, we rented your property very well. And he was like, okay, I know what you're talking about. So let's try to change your life. Let's try to, like, try yourself to join a secondary team, like sales and everything. So I was like, okay, why not?
So
that's my quote, like what we say.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
So it's one of the clients from property management that persuaded you to. Oh, that's amazing. And was it? How did it feel, kind of stepping, I guess, from a salary position into a commission-only position?
Oh, the beginning was a little bit nervous, stressed, but I closed the deal, I think, on the second month, so that was good.
And was that a sales deal?
Yeah, sales deal, of course.
So obviously with us, you can step straight into sales.
Yeah.
You can step rentals, sales, off-plan. From day one.
From day one, yeah, of course. They teach everything about the secondary, the support. We have a team who, from the beginning, teach you how to do it, like what kind of direction you should work on, communication with the clients and everything. And if you want to sell off-plan, propose to your client, you can just call to any. I know their names, but they are like super supportive. Victoria was also at that time. Now she's in Ras Al Khaimah. So whenever it comes to the off-plan, you just need to call them. They will coordinate you with the sales, help you with all needed documents to sell the property.
Great stuff. That's what our team leaders are here for, to coach, to mentor.
Yeah.
That level of support is what lets us see success from freshers moving straight into a sales team, straight into an off-plan team. Yeah. It's that level of support. So in 4 years, I'm sure one stands out to you. What would be your most memorable sale?
I think it will be my first deal, my first sale deal. It's like a first kiss. That was a studio in Business Bay, and that was with one of our colleagues with the support. He supported me in this deal big time, so I'm still very thankful. Yeah.
Did that give you the confidence that you had made the right move?
Of course. It was like, okay, so means I can do it. And after, like next week, I closed one more deal on secondary with huge commission. And after that, I closed off-plan villa in Damak Hill. So it was like very, very good start.
There we go. So double the opportunity there, off-plan and secondary market for you to earn commission.
Yeah, but again, when you sell off-plan, like you feel like you meet the client, but when you go to the secondary, they know you personally.
Yeah.
And you know, investors is in Dubai itself, there are a lot, and they don't buy one property only. They buy a few, like 2, 3, 4 and more, and they have friends who sell and friends who sell. So the only thing what you need to do with your client when you meet them personally, you need to be honest and be professional to show them, and they will refer you again to their family members, friends and everything. That's why I prefer secondary, if you ask me why. Of course the commission base of off-plan is better, but both ways you can do both. This is a good point about the Metropolitan company, that you can in secondary still close off-plan. I know, like I have a lot of friends who work also in real estate, different companies, and they always ask me like, which area do you focus more? Like, what do you secondary do or off-plan? I'll be like, we are in Metropolitan supported with our management that we can do both. You don't have to sit only and focus on one area, or like never like pass your client to the off-plan team. No, you can do yourself. And they bring briefings. They teach us about the project big time.
So is there any other unique support that you get focused towards the secondary market?
Yeah, of course. We have conveyancing. It's huge support. Guys working 24/7. No matter if it's Saturday, Sunday, they always help you with your deals and the questions. We have open houses. like marketing, working on it very well, and we have also marketing directly to our clients through the WhatsApp and emails, reminding them if there are any like upcoming new hot launches of the projects.
I know we also offer support for listings from our direct marketing. Has that been something that's been advantageous for you?
Of course. I got a client not once. For example, I got a client who was like, I have seen your advertisement of Metropolitan and on the website, and I want to sell my property with you guys. So I was working on that area at that moment, and I listed, and we sold his apartment very successfully.
Very good. And something I'm aware of that's unique for Metropolitan is our VIP trustee service, the transfer service.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Of course, this is the best thing ever. If anytime you had the deal in trustee in Dubai, you know how it's crowded and so much people, queues and everything. So we have VIP service for our clients when they can come to our office in Al Salam. Very cool, very nice office with the palm view, sea view. You have nice coffee, and officer from the trustee office, he comes at right time. So we just wait for him. We do everything is the same way like you've been doing in trustee office itself, but there's crowded people and everything. So we have VIP services for all our clients.
And the transfer takes place in the office?
Oh, exactly. It takes like maximum like 20 minutes itself until like from the beginning till the end.
So 4 years in the company, what are your next goals financially, professionally? What's up next for Zarina?
Financially, I have my own targets. I think every broker have their own targets. No matter what targets we can find in the company, any company, I have my own targets. I want to buy a house for my family. My parents, I want to bring them from Russia here. So that's my goal. Personally, I don't know, should it's properly say, like I want to find someone like to have a family with, but with our job, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. You will be always with the clients thinking about the deals and...
You may be in a position where one day you won't have to work. You can bill enough commission that...
No, I think when you start doing real estate, you never stop.
No?
But you can do it like offline, you know, sometimes when you're with picture of ideal life when you are with the family, you're married, you have kids. You also work as a real estate broker, definitely in Metropolitan. And time to time, you can just, visit the office itself. You don't have to be there all the time. But at the same time, you have your clients, loyal clients, who you just work for. That's the best, I think.
That's great. That sounds like a good goal. That sounds great. What would be your advice for somebody who is considering joining Metropolitan?
My advice will be, don't be lazy. Work. Listen to your management who lead you, who tell you how it's better to do. Try yourself. Don't be afraid, because always when we just as a new joiners, we're afraid always, but when we come from another company with another experience, just try. Like here, all people very like kind, understandable. They're all supportive. So don't be afraid. Just start. If you're in secondary, start to focus in one area. Pick the area that you will love. Like you cannot sell the thing that you don't believe in. So you have to be patient, like passionately love this place, seeing yourself living in there, and work on it. Only calls.
Thank you, Zarina. That's great advice for anyone considering joining Metropolitan. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Hopefully that's been inspiring to people considering a career in real estate or considering a change of company. I think we're out of time, but thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, James.